Look, one of the things, don't get me wrong, about 5 or 6 years into my career, I figured out, holy cow.
It's officially 9:30. We'll call the meeting to order, and we'll start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. And if the clerk could take the roll, please.
Commissioner Look.
Here.
Commissioner Brassad.
Here.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Here.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Here.
Commissioner West.
Here.
Commissioner Gamache.
Here.
Schulte.
Here.
The first item is tax claims and abatements. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West. Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Motion carries. Then we have review of checks issued from Finance and Central Services and from Human Services. The motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have approval of the minutes from the November 27th County Board meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any additions or corrections? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. I have nothing under Chair's remarks today, so we will move directly into committee reports. The first one being Management Committee Report. Commissioner West.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My items are informational only, and that concludes my report.
All right, thank you. Now we'll move to the Intergovernmental and Community Relations Committee report. The first item is to consider recommending the county board approve the intergovernmental cooperation portion of the Anoka County 2040 plan. As you may be aware, every so many years, we are required to submit a comprehensive plan to the Metropolitan Council. And this is really pulling together not only the, pardon?
Madam Chair, that item will come to our next county board meeting. It was included
Okay,
by mistake into this county board agenda.
Oh,
We'll have to have
okay.
a public hearing on it first.
okay, all right, thank you.
Good.
All right, well, that's good to know. Thank you. I guess we will remove that one. I will move on to the next item then. Consider recommending the county board amend the 2019 legislative platform to add a couple of different items. The first item is supporting the Rice Creek Watershed District in their efforts to legislatively restate the protections given to the drainage system repairs and the DNR's role in these repairs. So we were asked by the Rice Creek Watershed District to support these efforts. There have been many instances where they are looking at a ditch repair situation, and they are unable to really get clarity from the DNR. And the DNR then requires them to go through various studies and research, many times ends up costing them hundreds of thousands of dollars, which ultimately is the taxpayers bearing that cost. So they're asking that there be clarity in the roles of the DNR as well as their entity. The next one is capping the North Star operating subsidy at current levels under the Regional Rail Authority. So as many of you may be aware, what ends up happening is the North Star operating subsidy varies. So right now, it is, I believe the subsidy is at a $16, $17 per trip. That's one way. And we have a built-in escalator with the Met Council. I believe it's 3.5% a year. We would like to cap the subsidy where it's at now, so that as that subsidy continues to grow, that there actually be a cap on that, and that the state of Minnesota pick that up, whether it be through the Met Council or other means. It really is about equity as well. I know that Dakota County, as part of their new Orange Line, they are not going to be responsible for operating costs. Although with North Star, we are responsible for operating costs. That is a bus rapid transit system that they will be running. So really, it's the same type of system, bus versus rail. So there should be some sort of equity, and this is our way to, I think, try to get moving in that direction. So I would move items 2A and B. Is there a second?
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. And that concludes my report. Now we'll move on to Public Safety Committee Chair Report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would recommend approval and execution of the cooperative agreement regarding public safety related to the 2019 Men's NCAA Basketball Tournament, Contract C0006959. This is a situation where the city of Minneapolis needs to line up extra law enforcement, and we have agreed to help them out.
Okay, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
And it's been seconded by Commissioner West. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item.
I would recommend approval and execution of the 2019 grant agreement, Violent Crime Enforcement Teams 2019, contract number C0006965. This is just a renewal of an agreement we've had in place for many years.
All right.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item.
I would recommend adoption of Resolution 2018-PS16, which is accepting a dedicated donation from David Cottrell in the amount of $200, and I'll offer that.
Resolution has been offered by Commissioner Brastad. Further discussion? Of course, we are always very appreciative of people and their very generous donations to not only law enforcement, but so many other areas within county government as well. And with that, roll call vote.
Commissioner West,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte,
Aye.
Commissioner Look,
Aye.
Commissioner Brastad,
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye. Motion carries.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Brastad. Now we will move forward with the resolution of the county board adoption of final levy and final operating budget and capital improvements for the 2019 program year. I will invite Patty Hetrick, our budget director, to come forward to share some information about that.
Good morning. I'm Patty Hetrick, Budget Director for Anoka County. We're going to show a short video. We have a longer version of the video online. This video will just represent what we are doing with the budget this year and what the increase is. I'm Patty Hetrick, Budget Director for Anoka County. For the 2019 budget process, our county board identified 4 priorities. 1, maintain the level of services we provide our citizens. 2, keep you, the citizens, safe. 3, preserve our infrastructure. And 4, encourage economic development. The 2019 budget process started out with a significant challenge. Our costs are projected to increase by 10%. Most of these increases are due to mandated costs for public safety and employee health insurance. Our county board must continue to balance the needs of the citizens and their ability to pay taxes. We also expect that costs will continue to grow in future years. Our county board directed finance to work with our departments to find ways to offset these increases for 2019 and future years. We decided to take a different approach this year. We asked our departments to paint the scene for 2019 and inform the board of the opportunities, the challenges, and risks they see for their programs in the next 5 years. Our departments came through with flying colors. Together, we were able to cut that increase to 4.94%. We were able to recommend a budget package that will meet all our goals and help us prepare for future years. In addition, our staff is continually looking for ways to provide services to our citizens in a more effective way. Let's take a deeper dive. When we finished painting our scene for 2019, we are projecting $292 million of operating expenses. Operating expenses include costs such as patrol deputies and squads, criminal prosecution, and the 911 call center, staff costs to serve our most vulnerable citizens, and snow plowing and road maintenance. As you can see, our board prioritizes public safety, human services, and transportation. To fund these expenses, our top revenue sources include property tax, federal and state grants, and charges for services. After county program aid and fiscal disparities, citizens with a home valued at $213,000, the county portion of the tax bill would be $734. Of that, $192 is spent on public safety, $240 is spent on human services, $125 is spent on general government, $112 is spent on road and bridge, $51 goes to parks and libraries, and $14 goes for environment and sanitation. In addition to our county levy, we are also responsible for the public safety levy. This levy covers joint law enforcement projects for public protection for Anoka County. Our current levy is $1.75 million, and there will be no increase to this levy for 2019. Our last levy is the Regional Rail Levy. This levy of $2.7 million covers the cost of the debt service for the North Star Commuter Service. This levy will also stay the same for 2019. We encourage all of our citizens to go to www.anokacounty.us to explore our transparency portal. If you have any questions, please contact me at 763-324-1716. And thank you to Public Information for creating such a nice video for us, as they do every year. I also want to point out, since 2010, our levy has definitely decreased from 2010 to 2012. If you look at the graph, We have slowly increased, we have been very conservative. Our board, on average, has raised our levy 1.01% in the last 9 years. This comes with a lot of effort. It comes with a lot of reductions in our budget. And I just want to say that I'm very proud of our board for challenging us to be better and more efficient, but also looking out to maintain our services. So thank you.
Thank you. Any questions at all for Patty?
Madam Chair?
Yes.
Just a quick question. This is a really good piece, and thanks to Eric's team and everything. Do we push this out to the cable companies and the Quad Cities people and North that they can, I mean, it'd be a good little thing. They might look for something that they have, a moment they need a little something to update their,
Okay.
what's going on.
I'll defer to Eric Thorson. I don't believe we currently do that, but I think it's a great idea. We have a longer version that explains more about our capital projects. We have, we could reference the OpenGov Explorer, so absolutely, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, because that OpenGov is a really good website. It's got a lot of good information for folks
Okay.
at home, and they might just be kind of skimming through as they're watching their kids play basketball or hockey or something, and they'll see something about it, and they can get some really good information and know where to go to get more.
I think
Thank
that's an
you.
excellent idea.
Well done. Great work this year.
Thank you.
Right. And I will offer Resolution 2018-151, the County Board adoption of the final tax levy and final operating budget and capital improvements budget for the 2019 program year for Anoka County. Further discussion? Yeah, I would just like to thank all the department heads, as well as our finance team, Patty and others, for the great work that you have done in really listening to what the concerns were, looking at what some of the options were, and I really am proud of our staff. You have done an amazing job in really thinking outside the box, looking for innovative approaches to doing business. And, certainly we continue to, I think, throughout the other counties, kind of be held up as one of those counties where we have amazing staff who are very innovative. And that is the best way that we will continue to meet the needs of our citizens in a respectful, fiscally responsible manner. So again, want to thank all of you for your hard work. We come here today and it just seems like a very simple action. This has been going on for like 10 months. It's about 10 months and many, many hours worth of work. So you make it look very easy, even though I know that there's lots of challenges that go along with it. And thank you to Eric as well and your entire team for helping us to be able to get the message out in, I think, a simple, very professional way. So again, thank you.
Madam Chair, if I could just make a comment. I think all of us, I think all 7 of us could have found ways to cut this budget a little bit and reduce the levy. But I think the problem is it makes next year much worse. I couldn't see coming in this year at 1% or even flat and then having to do a 12% next year. It just makes much more sense to flatten this out over time and increase it only the amount that's necessary, and to look at this in a much more holistic way rather than on a year-by-year basis. The large drop back in 2009 and 10, when we dropped that $8 million out of the budget, was a good way to right-size government and figure out where overspending or too many public services or whatever it was taking place. It's something that you did before I arrived here. And I thank you for that. That was good fiscal, prudent actions. But sustaining that over time is just not possible. You need to, I've given this speech before, so I won't go on long, but it's about cutting the fat out and not cutting the muscle out. You still need to keep the muscle in the skeleton and just get rid of the fat. And I think we've come really close to that point, and I think we need to, as we move forward from this point on, we need to continue to look at where we can keep the muscle strong without gaining any fat. Sorry for the metaphors.
It's that time of year. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Opposed.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Motion carries. The next item is to consider Resolution 2018-152, a resolution adopting a public safety tax levy for program year 2019. I will offer the resolution. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. And then the final item is I am stepping down as Chair of the County Board today.
Well, Madam Chair, I believe that puts me in charge then as the Vice Chair. And as your Vice Chair, my first action will be to resign as Vice Chair.
Members of the county board, we are now without a vice chair and a chair for the rest of 2019, so we need to elect a new chair and vice chair. So at this time, I will call for nominations for the election of the county board chair for the remainder of 2018. Do I have any nominations?
I nominate Commissioner Jim Kordiak.
Commissioner Kordiak has been nominated for chair. Is there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? The last call, are there any other nominations? Well, I'll declare, hearing no other nominations, the nominations are closed. Do I hear a second to the motion to nominate Commissioner Kordiak as chair?
I'll second that.
For all those in favor of electing Jim Kordiak as county board chair for the remainder of 2018, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We also need to have a vice chair for the rest of 2018, and so I will now call for nominations for the election of the county board vice chair. Do I hear any nominations?
I nominate Scott Schulte.
Do I hear any other nominations? Do I hear any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, I would close the nominations for the position of vice chair. Is there a second for the nomination of Commissioner Schulte as vice chair?
Second?
All those in favor of electing Commissioner Schulte as vice chair, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Motion is carried. I'll now turn the meeting over to our new chair of the county board, Commissioner Kordiak.
Mr. Soma, thank you very much. Commissioner? Well, I might actually, that's, I understand that. Let me just think about this. Back in the day, it used to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then later 7. And 4 always ended up in the middle. Well, Albert Kordiak was district number 4, so he was sitting exactly where he could, would, and should be. And he held that spot for 16 of his 32-year career. And I will say about Albert only that he had a very robust political career. He was here at a time the county was growing like crazy, and I give him the world of credit for what he did. He has taken little credit for that over the years, but he did an outstanding job, and I will recognize his involvement. In my own case, Commissioner, I've avoided this opportunity for all of these years. It gets in the way of so much of the rest of my life. But at this point in time, there's not a lot going on the rest of my life. So this is going to be living the dream, trust me. I thank you for this opportunity. My peers? Comment?
Chair, may I make a comment?
Please do.
I've served as vice chair for a year or two now, and it's a big job. I anticipate I won't have much to do because you're going to handle all of this. I
Carry
don't,
the heavy load.
but it is quite an honor to serve under you, so I look forward to the next few days or weeks serving behind you and making sure that the county continues to function as smoothly as it has.
Thank you very much for your comment. Any other comment, Commissioner Gamache?
Mr. Chair, I hope in our last meeting that should I ask to get your attention and I slip up and call you Madam Chair, please.
I get
Just kind of used to it. But congrats.
Thank you. Well, that was a remarkable turn of event. Thank you all for your gesture, albeit we should have done this 10 months ago. But with that, and I don't know that I have anything else to say at this moment, but thank you very much. It was a remarkable gesture. I have been here for 32 years. I haven't been chaired. Never really have I regretted that. Maybe passed up a couple opportunities potentially to do that, but it feels great. So with that, unless there's any other business to come before us today, we're adjourned. Thank you.